So you're like, I want to experience all of it and miss none of it.
Yep.
And we try to, just because I get one life, and like we've all related to each other because we kind of have that same sort of like unquenchable hunger for almost an obsession of like whatever is available to me to experience. I don't want to miss a second of it. I want all of it. Yeah. And then it's like you become awakened to eternity and the story of Jesus. Yeah. And all of a sudden got like it's like you learn the secret of there'll come a day at the very end of all this where none of this other stuff matters. Like there will come a day where there's only one thing that matters. And if that's true, then that one thing has to be where the fullness of the life I'm looking for is found today.
Oh, welcome to the Afterthoughts podcast. Breaking news. Today, as we're filming, that you could be watching this or listening to this another day.
That's how it works.
That's how time works and how podcasts work. You're welcome. Doug Wekenman's book is officially launched to the world. What does God have planned for me next? Available wherever you buy books.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a good looking book, Doug.
Yeah.
Not at half price books yet.
No, not yet. But it will be soon.
Not in the library.
That's where I got my from you from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a plethora of those at half price books.
No, but there was once a guy who got a piece of Red Rocks merch at Goodwill.
For sure.
And so one day. But for now, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, the Red Rocks lobby.
Yeah, man. Mardell's. Yeah.
My wife loves that store. Christian bookmarks.
She does love that store, doesn't she? Had the t-shirt of the Reese's shirt, but it said Jesus.
Yeah.
Growing up.
The toothpaste, but instead of crest, it was Christ.
Yes.
Yeah. That's my wife. Doug, congratulations on your book.
Thank you, guys.
But more congratulations because last night, do you want to tell us what happened?
Yes.
I could not believe that video.
I'm in shock still.
Let's keep building the suspense.
I'm in shock still.
This is
comment below. What do you think it is?
It's the first time someone in this friend group of the three of us
has done this.
Yeah.
And I did it last night.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it was crazy.
It's incredible.
And at first I didn't even know I had done it. That's what's wild.
The sun was in your eyes.
You did do it.
Yeah,
and there's video proof.
Comment below what you think we're talking about right
Comment right now, because it's book launch day.
Don't say
but that. Book launch day, it doesn't really even matter in comparison to it's being completely overshadowed by what happened yesterday evening.
Sports Center is talking about this.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Nice, that's a clue. Shadow.
Our friend Glenn.
Pretty on the nose there.
Yes. Golf course. Shadow Glen Golf Course.
My deceased grandfather's name was Glenn.
What happened yesterday evening went down at Shadow Glen Golf Course in the Red Rocks Golf League, which I haven't played in like 3 years. Yep. But Kevin Bill has been asking me. He said, "Man, you should come be a substitute and play 9 holes with me."
And you were pretty adamant. You're like, "Guys, can you guys sub in?" And we're both like, "No, we can't." And you're like, "Well, I'm going to play."
I was like, "I'm playing golf, man. I'm playing golf with Kevin Bill."
You knew you needed to play golf with Kevin Bill.
I knew it was what God had planned for me next.
But what you didn't know, you just said yes to what was next.
I did.
And that was going to play golf.
I had like a willingness.
But what you didn't know is what God really had planned for you next.
You scouted the decision. You made the decision.
But it was
then you had to own the decision.
It was better than I could have ever imagined.
God's
plans are better than ours.
Into the unknown at the golf course. He was calling you to follow Jesus into the unknown at the golf course. Wow. And what miracles?
Little did I know I was still making mud pies in a slum until about 8 o'clock last night.
So you get to hole number 8.
I found out what is meant by a holiday at sea. Ryan.
And it's so much better.
What did old CS mean?
Yeah, tell us what Clive Staples meant by that.
I got a hole in one.
Yeah!
On hole number 8,
won't he
148 yards, 9 iron. And you know what? You want to know something cool? Because I lost a couple balls yesterday in those 9 holes.
Yeah, that happens.
Doesn't matter.
So as I'm walking, I grab my 9 iron and I'm like, I'm just gonna grab a new ball.
Yeah.
And I pull out one that had a Red Rocks logo on the side.
Father's Day a year or two ago.
It sure was.
Not the Lord.
And it turns out I hit one shot with that golf ball.
Yeah.
And now you frame it.
And now, I'm going to keep it for the rest of my life.
Hole 8 at Shadow Glen is in the corner over there. It's over the water.
It's over the water.
Yeah, it's after that downhill par 4.
Correct.
You had a lot of trouble there.
Yep.
Then you go to the par 3.
And it's kind of a blind green. right?
A little bit,
Up
yeah.
above you a little bit.
The green's about your same level.
Okay.
But it's over. There's a ton of water on the right side.
Yes.
And a little bit of water in front of you because the green, it's like a peninsula that sticks out into the water. And
It's like a Florida for three then.
the pin, if you will. The pin was in a tough spot. It was the far right, kind of closest to the water on the green. And so we're doing a 2-man scramble.
Okay.
So Kevin goes first, and he hits a safe shot, but it's really hard to do that on a par 3. And he still stuck the green just on the left side.
Great shot.
So I was like, well, I'll go for it. Who cares about water?
Right?
I've never hit a golf ball in the water in my life.
No. Not yet.
Yeah.
70% water.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm drinking it right now. Water is nothing.
And so
Well, it's something.
I was like, I'll go for it. And as soon as I hit it, I was like, that felt good.
You had it pure.
Yeah, got it pure. But the sun was right before the sunset, which made this even better.
Jeez.
I'll send you guys a picture. We'll put up. You'll see
Sunset
the
at Shadow
sunset.
Garden. Start to see some shadows in the
So the ball's coming down, and then it gets lost in the sun, so we don't see what happened.
You didn't see it hit and roll.
No.
Wow.
But everybody was like, that was really good.
So you're feeling good.
And we couldn't see the ball, but it was really sunny. So you're like, well, that's probably why we can't see it. But I'm sure it's right behind the pin.
Somewhere around.
It's got to be like,
And sometimes that happens and it's really bad.
it's really bad. For example, earlier in the evening yesterday, this happened to me twice, and specifically me and Kevin. I forget which hole we were on, but we must have misread it.
Thank you.
We what?
Kevin and me.
Kevin and me.
Yes. You're an author now.
Okay. Thanks, Ethan.
Ethan becoming a grammar sticker is a great through line
My
to this
roles on this
podcast.
podcast.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna say it right.
That's right. Okay.
All right. So what happened to Kevin and you?
Well, we had a rangefinder, but once again, it was into the sun.
Which is basically for the non-golfer a binoculars type thing where you can hit a button and it'll tell you how far the object in the middle of that scope is.
So you can figure out what's the yardage
Scope,
from
could've just
where
said
I'm
scope.
standing from the ball to the pin. And we must have misread it because it was 165.
Yeah.
So we both pull out a 7-iron.
Yeah.
Right.
And we hit perfect 7-irons. And both of us hit basically the exact same shot. And we're walking up to the green, and for 5 minutes we looked for
Nowhere
both of
to
our
be
balls.
found.
Nowhere.
It's the worst.
It's
the
the
worst
when
feeling in the
you
world.
hit a good shot,
Yeah.
and you're like, first of all, I shouldn't be. What did I just hit that
Was it
200
off the
yards?
back of the green? I feel like you could hit a 7-iron and go farther than that.
About between 165 and 173
I think you could beat
every
that.
time.
I think you could
I
beat-
never miss hit a 7.
I think if you flush a 7-iron, that might go 180.
well, it must have gone
Sounds like a
I'm
190.
talking about you specifically.
Okay,
I've seen you play golf. You can strike the ball.
can stripe it. Thanks for saying that.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's your
man.
day.
Dude, it is,
your week,
man.
really.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Between this, your book,
Yeah.
Will's birthday.
Will's birthday.
Wow.
Jeez.
A rattlesnake interaction.
Oh, we got to
We
talk
gotta
about that
talk
too.
about that.
Oh my gosh.
Got some stories,
gotta-
man.
Comment
play the
below,
video.
best episode ever.
Yes.
And if you're not
Comment below.
interested to listen to a story about a hole-in-one in golf, then you probably don't listen to this podcast anyway already. Who am I talking to?
Comment below how long you think the rattlesnake was. We'll get back to that.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes.
you're
So you-
driving up to the green. Oh, you'd already lost your ball a few times.
This
so
has
you're
happened to me
thinking,
a couple times
this better not
yesterday.
have just rolled into the wall.
Yeah, so I'm walking, so we park, and I'm thinking, I remember saying to Kevin, I was like, moment of truth, man, as you sort of drive up and you're going to actually see how close your ball is to the hole.
Yep.
And it's not on the green. And so I get out, but I didn't grab a wedge.
You knew.
I was like, I'm just going to take my putter because that was such a perfect shot.
It has to be on there.
So I'm walking up there and I'm on the green getting closer, and I'm like, my heart's starting to race. And in our foursome, it was me, Kevin, this guy Carlos, who's been part of Red Rocks for 2-3 years. Carlos, shout out, you're the man. You're really good at golf. And Bobby Moeller
Yes.
was also in our group.
Love that.
And I remember Bobby saying, he's like, maybe it's in the
Bobby Moore from Highlands Ranch High
Bobby
School.
Moeller from Highlands Ranch High School. He said, maybe you hit a hole in one, bro. And I said, right now, man, there's a 2% chance that that's true. And that's the highest my chances have ever been
Right.
for that to be a reality.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking up and I look over the green to see like there's got to be a white ball out here in the grass, and there wasn't. And my heart's starting to. I kind of felt even before I saw it, I was like, I think it might be in there.
Yeah, you knew.
And then I get about 10 feet away and I see that ball with that Red Rocks logo. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I turn around. I was like, guys, it's in there. And Bobby said, are you kidding me? And I was like, no, dude. He's like, okay, go back and get your phone.
Yeah.
Because I have to film this.
Right.
Yeah. And he knew. It's funny because we were joking later. He's like, none of us have ever seen a hole in one. He's like, I don't know what you do, but Bobby knew what to do. He handled. He's like, go get your phone.
Film this.
Let's
and
go.
got to walk up there and take that ball out of the.
That's so cool.
Out of the hole, man.
Dude.
It was
A 1 on the
crazy.
scorecard is
A 1.
cool.
Did you see where it hit the green?
I think it was like 4 feet right before it.
So you did it.
Rolled right in.
You just
Rolled
did it
right
the
in.
pure way.
Yep.
Wow. Man.
Right in. Yep.
Do you know how many hole-in-ones Scotty Scheffler has on the tour this year?
0.
None.
None.
So you're the best
Doug
golfer in
has
the
more.
world.
In 2026, I guess I win golf.
You won golf.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Check in on Scotty later. Make sure he's okay.
I'll text
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's happy for you.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay,
And he
yeah.
just won the St. Jude this past weekend, so he's fine. Don't worry
Yeah.
about Scotty. He made 3.6 mil.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
He won by nine shots or something like that. Something
crushed
crazy.
it.
Yeah.
And I hope he does it again this coming weekend. Okay.
So, but it's
Dude, that's
Congratulations.
crazy, man. That's so cool.
That's awesome.
it was cool, man.
For the rest of your life, when someone's like, anybody in here had a hole-in-one?
Shadow Glen.
Doug has.
Yep.
Hole 8.
And
Par 3.
it was. I'm glad Kevin Bill was there.
Yeah. It's a good guy to have.
It's a good guy.
Good guy to be in the cart with you.
Good
you know what
guy
I mean?
and
Because they
Kevin
said, are Ryan and Ethan going to believe you? And I said, they will because Kevin is here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
exactly right. And,
No,
that is
you
the
would
And I
only
also
reason-
wouldn't lie. I wouldn't
that.
lie about this.
That's no. You would lie about a ton of other things to us, but not this.
It's so funny because then hole 9, I walk up and I hit one of the best drives I've ever hit in my life. Because
Oh, yeah.
I turned around and I said to the guys, I was like, I want to feel this way all the time. Because I walked up to drive it. I'm like, I'm going to crush this.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't doing. But I just, all you need is confidence.
Yeah, that's right.
You're like, I'm going to crush this. And then 9 times out of 10, you crush
Right.
it just because you believe you're going to.
So at dinner, Steph has the boys share her version of like high and low is a sunflower and a cactus.
Oh,
Nice. She's very into herbology.
we do rose and thorn, but I like sunflower and cactus because the southwestern region.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You love that region.
Just as
You and
Pastor Brad
Brad.
Wilkinson last week, we all
Yes.
talked about the Southwest region. If you missed that episode, it was great.
Correct.
So that was your sunflower,
yeah,
hole in
dude.
one.
Sure was.
But there was a cactus this week.
There was a
Oh,
cactus.
speaking of the Southwest region.
We have footage of
Yeah.
we have footage of this.
We have footage of
so
this.
we'll send it to Threeth.
Okay.
I don't know why I feel like I need to say that live on the podcast. I couldn't just after be like, hey man, we'll send you the
could you
video.
do
You
that?
can throw it up here.
Which, here's the ironic part.
Saving time later.
You,
Redeeming my time.
growing up when we lived in California,
Yeah.
you were the kid who was like on the search for a rattlesnake.
Yes.
Like you would spend your afternoon like out.
That's a little Tom Riddle-esque to me.
I was going to say Steve
speak to
Irwin.
snakes.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin-esque.
Steve Irwin.
I can speak to
Or
snakes,
Voldemort.
too.
I think snakes are creepy, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Doug, tell us what else happened,
Well, we were on a date on Friday evening.
which is important.
Yeah, date your wife.
Date your wife, guys.
Good, thank you, Ryan.
We went to.
That's what I've been saying, guys.
It was a-
Date, never stop dating your spouse, guys. How
it was
many
an
times do I have to
awesome-
say
It was an
this?
awesome evening, and you know what?
just having a good
This
little season of
cactus
life right now, dude.
made it even cooler, I think.
Yeah, and not
Yeah,
even really.
man.
Yeah,
but I know what you mean.
Could have been bad.
could have been a.
To Sam, it was a cactus. To Sam, it was because we pull into the driveway, and Sam gets out of the car. I'm opening the garage, and she's walking right in front of the car, and I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was texting one of you guys. Probably, there's a good chance
I
of
had
that.
to guess.
Probably. And then
And it was probably something stupid. meaningless.
Sam's walking right in front. She's right in front of me. I'm sitting in the car, and all of a sudden she stops, and she doesn't scream, but she looks at me, and I'm like, she looks like she sees a demon right now, and she's looking on the ground. I'm like, there's something there. What is she seeing? I'm guessing. I'm like, it's a scorpion or a tarantula or a giant centipede. And
bad options.
all bad options because
But
to
as-
me, all disgusting
But we did talk about
in increasing order.
Our
Scorpion,
wives-
tarantula, giant centipede.
our wives react to a bug,
Big
like
reactions.
a cockroach, as if
Yeah.
a terrorist has broken into the house.
Right.
It's like,
So it could really be anything.
It's true. It's true, man. No, yeah.
and I'm just like,
Does she?
pulled
Does
up
Steph,
and I'm like,
does
my
Steph
family's
just,
in danger, and she's like, there's a cockroach. I'm like, they're gross but harmless.
Sam will just scream.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Does your wife do that? She overreact to bugs?
No, I do. Yeah.
I like that.
Kayla, do you overreact to bugs?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
You
Well-
don't like bugs?
No.
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 Well, have you seen a giant centipede?
Yeah, and they're
They're
worst
awful.
thing.
They're-
Growing up, I loved bugs. I was like
Yeah.
Kingsley, you know.
Yeah.
But then something switched, and now
Yeah.
I hate them.
Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to make is it kind of could have been anything.
Could have been anything.
Sam
man.
reacts big, but you're thinking
I'm like,
this
oh
could
my
be,
gosh, I gotta
there could be
see
a
what
bee.
this is. Yeah, it could be a bee.
you know,
Actually, she loves bees.
or it could be like
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
okay,
Knows
so
a lot about
I
them.
love-
that's right. That's
I love
right.
that.
That's right. It could be a cockroach or it could be Voldemort.
Could be.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But it turned out to be closer to Voldemort.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a 3.5 foot rattlesnake. And I walk around and I'm like, oh my gosh. And it was also probably that thick. Yeah.
Dude.
Like more than a baseball thick.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And
No.
my heart starts like,
What's it doing?
Okay.
Is it like eyeing you
it
guys
was
up?
it was
You coil up?
slithering from the driveway towards the front porch where our babysitter Harley Lombard was about to walk out the front
dude.
door.
And
And
probably if she had
so-
opened that door, your dog would have run out.
Yeah, so Sam runs
Or
in.
not probably.
Sam runs in to tell
Luna
Harley.
would not have handled that well.
And Luna almost runs out, and she would have gone right up to the rattlesnake.
Yes.
She would have pressed her cold nose against it, and it would have killed her. Luna's not winning
no.
that fight. No,
She would have meant well.
she's trying to make friends, and the snake would kill her. Yeah.
That would have been really bad.
So, but yeah, so it was slithering, and then when I took a step towards it, and then it coils up really quick, and I have a video of that. Or Mayo, I'll send you the video of the rattlesnake.
Can you put that? Can you put the attached video onto the Afterthoughts podcast?
Yes.
Thanks,
do that.
man.
But it's pretty crazy. Like it coiled up fast,
Yeah.
and it looked like a killing machine.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about rattlesnakes is
They killed
I would have preferred a rattlesnake over a giant centipede.
Really?
Yeah. Way more dangerous, but to me, not gross. I'm like, I think they're cool, but dangerous.
Quite dangerous.
And so, and I do that way better than I do gross.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
However,
So, yeah.
Still not a good option.
Yeah.
can't keep the rattlesnake around.
Can't keep the rattlesnake around.
No.
And it wasn't something I could just somehow catch and then throw over the fence.
Right.
Nope.
So I had to be like Christ.
Yeah.
And
Genesis 3:15.
yes. And killed the snake.
Eliminate the snake.
Eliminate the threat. Because I thought about not knowing where it disappeared to, and then wondering about my kids or other kids on the street or dogs on the street.
Yeah.
And thinking about the next morning, them getting up to go out to play in the backyard. And I don't know if that 4-foot rattlesnake is out there or not. So
Yeah.
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 You know, some people don't want any animal to ever get killed.
Yeah.
I understand.
Which
that,
was actually
but
kind of a
I
bummer
think-
because
I think you did the right thing.
I think they're cool.
You gotta kill
I
the
think they're
rattlesnake.
cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm a big animal guy.
Yeah.
I think they're, but just the setting of the
Yeah.
family.
Make my
neighborhood.
day, you know?
Yeah,
Sorry, buddy.
exactly. So
Yeah.
You came to the wrong house.
mhm.
Well,
Anyways,
what a week. That
what
you're
a week,
having.
man.
Man.
And but the hole in one,
Dude.
guys. I
That's
woke up this
so
morning not
crazy.
even thinking about book launch. I woke up this morning genuinely in disbelief. I'm like, I can't believe I hit a hole in one
How
last
did
night.
Sam react?
I was joking with everybody because we finished on hole 9, and I was gonna buy a round for everybody because that's what you're supposed to do when you hit a hole in one. But every employee from the golf course had gone home at that point.
Nice. Yeah.
But we just all kind of hung out, and I was like, I'm probably the last person here who is most likely to hit a hole in one, but somehow
Dude,
it just
you did
happened.
it.
And but I said, I remember the time when we were trying to bench 225 for the very first time.
Oh yeah.
And I finally did. And then later that day I was hanging out with Sam and I told her, and she looked at me, she said, and I quote, "Is that a lot?" And so it just, I was like, no,
Never mind.
never mind. It's a big moment. No, she was pumped.
She was happy.
She understood.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
like, that's a
great.
big deal. That's a really big deal. She said she was impressed.
That's good.
So I protected her from a rattlesnake and hit a hole in one flower.
Jeez. And published a book.
So yeah, living on cloud nine this
Yeah,
week.
you are, man.
And then it's Will's birthday tomorrow.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Will.
Did you tell Will?
I did. He was so pumped this
Yeah,
morning.
I bet.
He understood. He was so excited.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Was it an eagle or albatross?" I said, an albatross, like on a part. I was like, "No, it was an eagle." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's really awesome." Yeah.
That's the second coolest thing you could do.
That's a good job.
And you'll also be proud. One more thing about Will, just because of what happened with the Ryder Cup last year with U.S. versus Europe and Tommy Fleetwood, and
Don't get
being
Ethan
frustrated about. But every time Tommy Fleetwood, when we're watching golf together, and then they switch to Tommy, Will's reactions. Now you'd be so proud. And I didn't even teach him this. He's just he does stuff like, "Here we go." Every time it's Tommy Fleetwood.
Tommy.
I'm like, this guy's a really good golfer,
Very
first
good.
of all, but yes, I am fine with us making
We got to
fun of
stay
him.
united. Yeah,
We
that's
got to
right.
stay
We got to
united.
root against the European golfers.
What?
Tommy
He's going to hit it in another bunker, huh, Dad? Yes, he will, son.
I love that a lot.
Yeah.
Do you remember watching the Ryder Cup last year on a Friday morning? We take Fridays
Yeah.
off. We were all over at Ethan's house and it was like 9 a.m. and some guys come over to check out your...
8 guys at my house watching golf.
Ethan's cold plunge needs some maintenance. So some
Yeah.
guys show up to work on it and they were just looking at us just like, you guys, are you doing anything with your
There's
lives?
8 guys just watching golf first thing in the morning together,
Yeah.
cooking breakfast. That was fun.
They
That was such a good
judged us,
day.
but that's fine.
Well, the President's Cup is coming up.
Sure is.
I'll be over.
Sure. You're welcome to. Moving on.
Moving on.
Kayla, do you have anything for us today? Welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks for having me back. I have some questions, and these questions are from our kids' pastor, Eric.
Wow.
Well, okay. Did you filter them?
Yeah.
I did. I
Good.
did. He gives these questions to his volunteers as they onboard.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay,
let's see
okay.
how
Oh,
you
boy.
guys do. No, I'm kidding. They're fun ones.
What's an
Okay.
E word for questions?
What's a what?
A word that starts with E for questions. With
I don't know that they're...
Comment below.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear the first one. You
Okay.
keep thinking about that, right?
Okay. Describe Jonah's time in the fish as a Yelp review.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. We can build one together here.
What would you rate it? And then what would you say?
Is it out of 5 stars? Is that how
Mhm.
Yelp works?
Mm-hmm.
I've never looked on Yelp,
No.
by the way.
Oh, I'm a big Yelp.
wouldn't.
Are you?
I
Okay.
wouldn't.
No.
Okay, Google.
the church.
Okay.
Not for the church.
Oh, that's right.
I'm
People
sure we
people
have.
can literally rate the body of Christ
No, they do.
on
Yeah.
an app
That's good.
We'll
like
say
they're
Google
going to a
review.
restaurant.
That's
That's
healthy.
cool.
Google review then.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, everybody's super encouraging on there. So.
Super helpful.
Don't even waste your time reading it. They're just singing our praises.
Okay, I'm sure. I'm sure they're pumped about me releasing a book.
Yeah.
Great.
We're doing everything right in their eyes.
Okay.
Okay, I think Jonah would give it a surprising 3 stars,
Mm,
Okay.
and it would be like, didn't intend to be here.
right.
Very uncomfortable environment. Gross, slimy,
Yes.
terrifying. And yet, in the midst of the mess, I heard from the Lord here.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to go like, I came out transformed. I am not the same Jonah that I was when I entered into
Jonah?
Yeah.
Jonah. Like a caterpillar to a butterfly.
3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just 'cause the
say-
experiences.
I'm going to say 5 out of 5.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Nice.
Because he knew he was in there to be taught something.
Okay.
So if you give 5 stars,
Okay.
you can trick God into thinking, oh, he learned his lesson.
Reverse psychology.
I'm going to get out of here early. I'm going to graduate from the belly of the whale in one day. 5-star review. I actually am grateful to be in here. Actually, what an opportunity to
was the
learn
type of guy that
some
would do that.
perspective. Yeah, he is.
He is my least favorite
So,
prophet.
God actually
Yeah.
knew his heart, though. So
He's
God,
like a pain all the way through. Even
Yeah,
at the
he kinda
end,
is.
he's like,
Jonah,
oh,
yeah, he is.
He is whiny.
God couldn't be tricked.
whiny.
Yeah.
So
Don't
God
do
kept
whiny.
him in there for 3
don't
days,
need
also as a
to be
foreshadowing.
No.
Wow.
Whoa.
But I think Jonah tried to trick God by giving it a 5-star review.
Okay. Sounds on brand for Jonah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he wrote it early. He wrote it
In the-
like you're
Right
at
away,
the
like in the
restaurant.
first hour.
It's
He's
the
like,
person
how
that's
can I
giving you a
manipulate
review
this? Yeah.
while they're still at the first
Yeah.
time they've been at your church.
Yeah,
Right,
they're
right.
talking to you and writing it at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, and they're taking the 1 week that they were at, and they're assuming that that's what we do for all 52 weekends out of the year, kind of a thing.
Yup.
All this church talks about is whatever the topic was. Like, well, yeah, that day.
You went 1 week.
We went one time. though.
That day, yeah.
All this church talks about is Christmas.
On Christmas? You're right.
It's funny.
There's more to the story. You should come back. All right. Actually, don't. Keep.
Oh,
Next
I thought
question.
you were talking to me.
Next question.
Okay. Which Bible character would dominate in Mario Kart? This is another one of his questions.
Samson. They'd be like Donkey Kong in Mario, or Bowser. Like, the guy that's just pushing people off.
I was gonna say,
He'd have the jawbone of the donkey.
Yeah,
as his
he would.
Weapon. Oh.
I was gonna say Toad. Well, no.
Wait.
Toad is in Mario
Yes.
Kart.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
That was
Zacchaeus because he reminds me of Toad. That's what I was gonna say.
Where was the Toad in the Toad was in the Bible? I haven't read. Is that in the Apocrypha?
Yeah, dude.
Where's Toad at?
Mario's based off the Old Testament.
What canon are you reading? Toad. Toad's in Habakkuk. He's in there.
It's in the Passion version.
Who's your favorite Bible character? Probably Toad.
Toad, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, first
I said Bible, not Mario Kart.
Toad cracks me up, and he's light, so I feel like
Zacchaeus.
exactly.
That's a good choice.
Thank you.
Aerodynamic.
I'm going to say John would win one race, and then he would never shut up about it.
That's
And he would
right.
always talk about how he
Yeah.
won.
Probably.
As long as he beat Peter.
Yeah, but he wouldn't really be that good. He would just win one race.
Yeah. All right, last one. If Jesus had a favorite cereal, what would it be and why?
Ooh.
Not Lucky Charms. 'cause
Eric
Jesus
asked
makes
his
own luck.
volunteers
Yeah.
this question. Yeah, Jesus makes his own luck. Good. Good.
Fruit Loops, because each color represents a different fruit of the spirit,
There you
Oh,
go.
that's a good
That's
answer.
a good, yeah.
and how they're never
I'm gonna
ending.
say the-
Their infinite circle representing its never ending nature
That's
Wow.
right.
of eternal fruit.
Trips around the sun.
Yep.
I'm going to say the Flintstone cereal because on those rocks he will build his church.
There you go.
Fruity
yeah.
Pebbles.
Nice.
Fruity
Wow.
Pebbles.
Yes.
And he is the
Yummy.
cornerstone.
Oh, yeah.
And he told us to be like the man who built his house on the pebbles, rock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be Peter's favorite cereal as well. Because he was nicknamed that.
And I'm going to say Cheerios, low in sodium, good for your heart, and you have to guard your heart.
Yes.
Wow.
You guys gave great answers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You're right.
You're right.
Jesus
sure
had
did.
great cholesterol.
Probably.
Yeah, I think
There's a
Yeah, I
verse
bet
about
I
it.
think it was probably perfect.
Yeah.
It was
Right?
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
does
when
that
he went to
work?
the doctor, he was like, I have nothing to tell you.
Yeah, man.
Perfect health.
I mean, you can take
healthy guy.
take my vitals, but
You truly treat this thing as a temple.
mm-hmm.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kayla, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, sure.
Moving forward with the episode. So I was telling the story
Yeah.
this weekend of kind of the first time we were all asking, what does God have planned for us instead of what do I have planned for me?
Right.
Shifting gears of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of told an overview of that, getting to the end of college, trying to decide between this nonprofit job, are we going to move to California and work at this church for free?
Mm-hmm.
And said that we did that. But then I had like 2 or 3 people after maybe 1 or 2 of the services, I didn't tell the whole story as much or something. But they're like, so what happened? Like, what'd you guys do? And how'd you make those decisions? So I thought it'd be fun for a second
Yeah.
to tell a little backstory of that time in our lives. Because I think a lot of people can
Ooh.
relate to that time in our lives
Yeah.
who are right now going, God's grabbed hold of my life. I want to put my life on his purposes.
Yeah.
I want to follow Jesus to whatever he calls me to.
Mm-hmm.
How do I do that? And talked about that from a practical level, but
Mm-hmm.
stories always help.
This is kind of like
testify.
Mufasa. It's a little prequel if you will. And we are.
It is. Okay, so let me ask you guys this. What was the first time you have a memory of going, I don't think I'm going to do what I came to college to do anymore. I don't think I'm going to go after the career I've thought or where I thought I was going.
Yeah.
What was that moment?
Mine was at the end of my freshman year. That was the pivotal year for us where we got into that group that we're still in today, and God got a hold of my life. He ruined my plans. And I was a psychology major, and I was supposed to just spend the summer lifeguarding at the pool that we grew up lifeguarding at. It was a very fun job, low stakes. And 2 weeks before the end of the semester, I just had it on my mind that I should go do mission work for the summer and just change up everything. And I talked to our good friend Sam Ellis, and I was like, hey, do you think I could still do there was a program called Messenger where you would go do 2 months of mission work. And I said, Sam, do you think I could still do Messenger? And he got all excited and he's like, yeah, maybe. He's like that big picture, like dreamer guy like us. Oh, yeah. And then we go ask our friend Lauren, who is like the one who actually has to think about all the logistics. And Sam goes, hey, could Ryan still do Messenger? And she goes, absolutely not. Like, you had to sign up for this in December and like raise all this money,? And so I was so certain during worship that I had heard God and I think I'm supposed to change everything. And so we were all fired up, and then Lauren said that and we got bummed out. And she came back to us 20 minutes later, and she goes, you know what? I went to Costa Rica last year on Messenger, and it seems to me like you don't actually have to go through the program. If they need another person to come down and help out for the summer, you could probably just email them and see, and they'll probably make space for you. Mm-hmm. And so we got all excited. I emailed them. There was a resume to fill out, and you needed a reference. And so I asked Sam, I was like, Sam, could you do the reference for me? You're our group leader. And he writes Ryan is the most qualified human in the world. And that is not an exaggeration.
This is a man of God.
Yeah. Which was not true at all. But I appreciate Sam for that.
A more qualified man you will not meet, you will not find.
So they email me and they're like, this is actually crazy. We need one more person. If you can pay for your flight down here, we'll cover the entire summer for you.
I forgot about that.
I called my mom and dad and was like, what do you think? Should I do this? And they're like, well, if you want to do this, we'll pay for your flight down there. So in 24 hours, I got my entire summer paid for. Shout
out to your parents.
Yeah.
Because a lot of parents in that moment go, you're in college now, you need to go make money this summer.
Right.
But they must have felt something like, this is more important.
You know what's even crazier? This was 2009. And so the economy had just taken a turn.
Yeah.
And they said times are really tough right now. But God's doing something through your generation that we don't understand fully, but we got your back in. Wow, and so if this is what you feel like you need to do, you got to go do it.
Dang.
And so, yeah, dude, I feel like God just changed these plans and ruined them in the best way. And then of course, the first day in Costa Rica that I was actually leading mission work, I always say I was like a fish finding water for the first time. I just we were in La Cuenca in the slum in Costa Rica, you guys have been too. And I've got a team of 30, and I get out of the van and it's I'm nervous on the way there. And then I step out and I'm like, oh, I know how to do this. Mm-hmm. And I just started breaking them up into teams. Dude. And
come on.
I'm sure I wasn't great at it, but I was like, oh,
I can do it.
I have this natural gifting to do this. So let's go.
Yeah.
Can I share a detail of right before you left to just kind of paint for people where we were at in life?
Oh boy.
Because I think some people.
Depends on the detail.
It's funny now.
Are you going to share it on the podcast or tell us after? As soon as
we can cut it
recording. Okay.
I mean, I like the authenticity and the grit of this time in our lives, because I think there's people that feel that call. They're like, but I'm today kind of not, I don't have it all together.
Yeah.
the week leading up to when Ryan went to Costa Rica, he texted me, and it speaks to my character at that time. We were underage, and he texted me and goes, "Hey, man,
That's right.
do you know anybody that can get some alcohol for me?" He's like 4 days away from going to spend his summer doing that.
And the reason was because you were in Australia.
But yes, we're not condoning that. But here's why I do kind of love that is like that to me reminds me so much of what the disciples must have been like.
Yeah.
You know, like right before Jesus walks up and asks them to follow him, it's not like they were in the boat like studying the Old Testament.
Right.
You know, they were like normal dudes.
Yeah.
They were a mess, and Jesus took them with him. And I feel like that was us in that time where it's like, I know I want to go with him. I'm not qualified for this. I'm pretty gritty. I'm making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
But I just know I need to go do this. But then you came back from that summer
Transformed.
different.
Yeah. Like Ethan's not exaggerating. Like I got to Costa Rica and they picked me up. This guy named Nate picked me up at like 5 a.m. and brought me to the base. And he goes, "Hey, everyone's having their quiet time right now. When you hear the bell, it'll be time for breakfast." And I go, "Oh, great, man. Sounds good." And then he walked away, and my first thought was, I don't know what a quiet time is.
Yeah.
And so I was like sneaking around the base, like looking at what people were doing, and I saw them like reading their Bible. And I was like, oh, yeah, reading their Bible. I know how to do that.
That's why I encourage people to just like jump into serving.
Yeah.
Jump into being a part of like outreach or what it's like learn by doing.
Yeah.
Step into it and just try it, and you're never gonna have your life perfectly in place to feel qualified for that moment, but just step into serving and building the kingdom in some way. But when you came back, I remember we just like sitting outside or something at our house, and I was like, "So tell me like about your summer." And that was one of the first times I can register remembering seeing peace beyond understanding in someone. Yeah. Because you were like so non-anxious, so peaceful when we were talking about life, and I was like, "What happened to you this summer?" I don't feel that way. My summer looked very different, but you
changed,
told me
man.
in that conversation, you're like, I feel like I see in color now. Yeah. And it's like I was seeing in black and white before this summer.
That's right.
It's really profound.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It really felt that way. That was
cool.
It was wild.
What about you?
I would say the Flagstaff night.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think was shortly after this, because I know it was early October 2009.
Yeah.
My senior year, your junior year, your sophomore year.
2 months after I got back from Costa Rica, for context.
Yeah, for everyone tracking the timeline.
Yeah. But it was a Friday night. It was a Friday night.
Yeah.
We had both asked girls out, gotten rejected.
Yep. I call it the rejection that saved my life.
Yep. I love that. Rejection changed the connotation of it.
Wow.
You're still here, even though you got rejected asking a girl on a date.
Yeah. Wow.
Who cares?
I'm still here.
I'm still here.
Yep.
It's fine.
Here's why I say that, though.
Okay, yeah.
It felt like, and it had nothing to do with the girl that I had asked out. She was wise to say no. But
100%.
yeah, we could all agree on that. There was this path of life that I was trying to force my way constantly into of the world, do things my way, relationships being a chief example of that. And then I had gone on a mission trip as the last guy on the plane, hungover, shouldn't have been allowed on that trip. Praise God for Jamie Lead, who was the trip leader that was like, yeah, you can come with us.
Yeah.
And then put her
buddy.
boyfriend, Brandon, who was ahead of us in a lot of ways, was like, you're going to watch this guy the whole trip.
Yeah.
But when I came back from that trip, it was kind of what you felt.
Yeah.
It was like I think that's what life is supposed to feel like. I haven't done that before. I want more of that. Started to have some ideas about after college, like what if I did more stuff like that? I wonder if these guys might want to do something like that. Coming up with this idea of a year. And that night was like this pivotal moment of realizing like there's two paths in front of me. I can keep trying to force and do things my way and just kind of live this worldly life. Or this crazy God adventure idea might be where I'm headed. So that, to me, that night is like the fork in the road night.
Yeah.
So keep telling the story.
Yeah. And for context, that was the night we planned for the year after graduation to spend a year traveling the world, to go to, a different country every month and serve and share the love of Jesus and make a documentary. And we were like, we're going to go change the world. Yeah. That's what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that year ended up, the world changed us.
Yeah.
However, I go back to that evening, sitting on top of your navy blue Ford Explorer.
Oh boy.
Love that car.
It's a good car.
Such a good car. And we were just blasting worship music. and we started talking about girls, but then it just changed to mission trips and church and Jesus and callings and the feeling that we were both experiencing and for me, I got tastes of it like on a Costa Rica mission trip, and got tastes of it on Tuesday night at the Annex or on Thursday night small group. And it's like, I've been always just very blessed in my life, and I know what it means to feel fun and feel love. But this was like a fullness.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't, man. This is everything. And if this is true about eternity and heaven and hell, then it really kind of started to shrink my perspective of our time in this world the way it is now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sort of that rope, the Francis Chan rope timeline of this rope is a timeline of your existence, and this first little portion is your time on earth in this life. And we spend all of our time thinking about this. And I'm going to college to get a degree to just make this part of my existence a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to do something that just mattered a lot. And I think I realized that year, but it all culminated that evening. There's one thing that matters infinitely more than anything else. And if that's true, I have to give my life to it.
Yeah.
And it's not just I have to, I want to, because this is where I find this feeling of fullness that I've been looking for my entire life.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time I was like, I could do something different.
Yeah.
It'd be great to go to med school and be a doctor, and God calls a lot of people to go do that.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There was something that it changed where I was like, I don't have to, do something in biochemistry. I don't have to. I could go do whatever I want after I graduate.
Yeah.
And there's just one thing that matters. Yeah. And it was that evening,
dude,
that really for me was the marking point of on my timeline when I first realized that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say?
That night would be the moment that the buildup I'd felt for some months culminated into like, I've got this kind of idea in my head about after college, but I hadn't talked to anybody about that.
Right.
And it was like, Doug's an adventurous guy. Maybe he'd want to like think about, should we all just go travel and do something? And the simplicity of our faith at that time is really beautiful to me, because we read the book of Acts and we were all just kind of like, oh, okay, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the contextual part of us becoming pastors isn't really the point to me, because for most people, vocational ministry is not that decision for you is not becoming a pastor necessarily. Right. It's deciding to plug my life into God's mission and purpose instead of what I was going to do just for myself. That was the decision we made. We never thought we'd be pastors.
Yeah.
And maybe someone, for them, that decision is, I am going to go become a doctor because that's the way God's equipped me so I can serve and love people and build the kingdom in a place that needs it. Luke, who wrote the Gospel of Luke and Acts, was a doctor.
Right.
But he just got wrapped up into God's story through what he was doing and the intelligence God gave him and the ability to, serve people and all that. So very cool. But I feel like that time in our life was hour by hour stepping into the will of God and out of the will of God. Like I was describing it this weekend.
Yeah.
That I'd go to Tuesday nights at the Annex and be in worship, hear Bill preaching, and it was like, there's that peace.
Yeah.
There's that joy. There's that purpose that I'm looking for. And then be at our core group, our Bible study on Thursday nights and feel that. Like we're reading the book of Acts together. And I'm like, this is life.
Yeah.
And then step back into the worldly stuff. And we're college students and like, yes, having fun with friends, but then the deeper feelings that associated with a lot of decisions I was making of shame. And
dude,
it became such a stark contrast within an hour of one another, right?
Because we would like pull into the driveway and our roommates would have a bunch of people over.
Yeah.
And like all the pre-gaming was going. And so like we're at core group on Thursday night, fired up. I remember we'd listen to music in your car, like in the driveway and like pray and then be like, okay, we can do this. We can go in, like it was crazy. We had like two very extreme different worlds going in two different directions.
Totally.
And we would find ourselves like jumping back and forth so much. It was kind of like exhausting.
And at the root of it, I think that what we all had in common is we just wanted to get the most out of life. And we showed up to college and just
that's
tried,
well said.
and we did it the college way.
Yeah.
And like, no judgment on our friends, roommates, us at the time. Like, we were all partying hard.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of the decisions we made within trying to get the most out of life in the college context came with baggage and shame and brokenness that we didn't maybe even foresee or expect, you know, because you're kind of prescribed, like, man, go live it up and do all this stuff and you're going to feel fulfilled. And then when there's a shelf life on that and you're doing all the things that you feel like are supposed to be bringing you the most out of life, and you're like, but I kind of wake up Monday morning and I don't feel great about my life.
Yeah.
What am I missing here? It's a little bit concerning, confusing. And then you're on a mission trip, or you're sitting up on Flagstaff reading your Bible, and you're like, I didn't expect this is where I'd feel alive, but here I am.
That's so good.
And I think that just became like so contagious for us. Like, those experiences, it became so addicting of like, man, the more I step into what Jesus tells me to do, the more I read the Bible and just go do what that says, I feel alive. I feel like that's where I'm getting the most out of life. And we're extreme people. So we sat on top of that car going, okay, well, if we're going to actually do this, we're going to do what the disciples did, you know?
Right.
Which was really like youthful, but awesome. Of like,
I agree.
We're going to just travel to other countries and tell them about Jesus like these guys did. And God's going to do miracles and the world's going to change and we'll get to be a part of the story. Not knowing that most of that year was us learning from the people who are actually changing.
Sure.
Like you said, the world changed us.
Yeah.
But having that adventurous spirit, and I love that, because I remember you and I leaving a Bible study one night, and one of the guys had been talking about how he didn't party anymore. Yeah. And we were like, well, doesn't that suck? And he's like, well, it's not as fun. Like, life's not as fun now, but it's better. And we drove away and we were like, I reject that.
I don't believe you.
Then I don't want to do that, because I want to do what's the most fun thing.
Right.
But we were like, we're going to put it to the test. If we're going to actually do this thing, then we're going to go all out with it and see if this is truly the better life of living with Jesus. And we went to quite an extreme. We moved to California, interned at a church, didn't have resumes for that.
Nope.
But God was shaping us and transforming us, traveled for a year, and kind of like an experiment in a way. Yeah. And we found out this is the better way.
Oh, and it's not
There's
even
much
close,
more life
dude.
to be found here.
It's not even close. Like, for the person who's like, yeah, I'm kind of in that right now, and it's a coin flip for me. It's not a coin flip. Jesus's way is so much better than the world's way. It's just that it is more like a seed that gets planted and has to be nurtured, and over time grows into a tree that bears all sorts of amazing fruit. It is so much better than the world's way and the quick fix of the world's way. You just have to give it time, and it just requires a long consistency and obedience in the same direction. Yeah. But it's fun. We're laughing about all these stories from back then, because we're actually making fun of ourselves, of the fact that we thought that the world's way could even compete at all with the abundant life that following Jesus and bringing the kingdom of heaven here is. It is where all of the life is found, I promise.
Yeah. The tagline for my book, experience all of it, miss none of it.
Yeah.
When you're like, we just have always kind of wanted to get the most out of life. And you're under the assumption, okay, that's going to be the party scene and living it up with my buddies on a Friday night and chasing girls and getting drunk and all this, like this college life. And so you're like, I want to experience all of it and miss none of it. Yep. And we try to, just because I get one life, and like we've all related to each other because we kind of have that same sort of like unquenchable hunger for, almost an obsession of like, whatever is available to me to experience, I don't want to miss a second of it. I want all of it. Yeah. And then it's like you become awakened to eternity and the story of Jesus. Yeah. And all of a sudden got like it's like you learn the secret of, there'll come a day at the very end of all this where none of this other stuff matters.
Yeah, that's right.
Including, by the way, even your degree. Which, and I'm not minimizing it, it's a big deal.
Right.
But there will come a day where like there is one thing that matters and nothing else. Yep. And as soon as that light bulb realization happened, it was a revelation of, that was a secret that's not so secret, but it was straight from heaven that we just, it's like all are in the same few months as each other. We all were like, that got planted and changed us, transformed us from the inside out. I'm like, there will come a day where there's only one thing that matters. And if that's true, then that one thing has to be where the fullness of the life I'm looking for is found today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just at the end of the timeline, but right now.
So good, man. That's it.
Oh man, that's fun to reminisce about.
Uh-huh.
It is. We started talking about that idea.
Yeah.
We drove down. I think there was a party going on in our house. And we sat in the driveway in my car and we were like, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
After college, let's go serve and see what God has for us. Yeah. Shook hands.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to shake hands on this. We're going to hold each other to this, knowing that for the next almost 2 years, there's going to be a lot of things warring against that because it doesn't make sense on paper. It's like, how are we going to do this? Why would anyone want us, of all people, to come?
Dude, all the way up to like being on the first flight, we were like, what are we doing?
Who's letting us do this?
We're not qualified to do this.
And then it was like, I think it was Tuesday night that we took Ryan and Matt back up there.
Yep.
We're like, guys, we're going to do this and you're coming with.
I don't know if I've ever told you guys this. That was a Saturday night, right? That you two made that decision? Friday night or Saturday?
It might have been a Saturday because I think we were watching college football.
Were we? I can go back and find the exact date.
We should.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was at the Rockies game. I was at Coors Field. I was up like third baseline with some friends and like had just seen the sunset. So like while you guys were out there, I was in Coors Field, and I remember we were walking out right after the ninth inning, and I got that text from you guys, and I remember feeling it was like a "we got to talk" kind of a text. And I remember it's funny looking back. Sometimes you can just sense when there's more to a text than what meets the eye. And I had this sense of like, this is a really important text message, and whatever just happened, like something just shifted. It was cool. I just remember being able to sense that. And then 2 days later, you guys explained it all.
We made a plan.
It's crazy.
And you guys were in right away.
Oh yeah.
Which was also expected.
Without hesitation. And then we called a meeting of like 15 or 20 other guys in our college ministry.
Because the original vision was, let's get 12 guys.
12 countries, 12 months. Should have been a lot to keep track of.
And each of us sort of takes one of those months and countries and plans it.
Yeah.
And if there's a new language, you learn that language. Remember?
Yeah, and the next we had some details that we thought for sure, and thankfully didn't go exactly how we originally drew it up. But I remember pitching this in a room of, say, 20 guys.
Yeah.
And watching guys walk out and kind of being like, no. Nah, dude.
Which shocked me.
Oh, yeah. We were like,
in that moment,
sure everyone's going to
why would you not want to give your life to this? Why would you not want to do this?
And some of the guys probably already had plans or wanted to actually pursue their careers they were studying for.
Yeah.
Some of the guys didn't want to come with us. Didn't think we were. This is a cool idea, but you guys shouldn't do this.
Yeah. Sam was in. Sam was the guy he was always the same guy that wrote me the reference for Costa Rica.
And became the youth pastor that we interned for in Laguna Beach before we went on the trip.
He played like the role of mentor for us. And then then actually in a really beautiful move of humility, took a sidestep out of the way when he got the job to be a youth pastor and realized I really want to be here with my friends, but the Lord's calling me to shepherd a bunch of teenagers in Laguna Beach. So in an act of humility, I stepped out of the way, which is really cool.
Really cool.
And Jamie's boyfriend, who became husband, Brandon, who was our other group leader, ended up being the guy who produced and edited our documentary and was like part of the project with us.
That's right.
But no shade on the guys in that room that said no, because a lot of them had legitimate reasons why. But to me, that was like a picture of what I felt like this weekend. I'm like urging people in the church of like, don't walk out of this room and go, that sounds crazy, dude.
Yeah.
To go all in for Jesus. Like, that doesn't mean you have to get on a plane and go to another country, but there is that knock like on the door for everybody. What would it look like if you actually sold out for this? And when you make one decision to do that, it makes making the next decision more accessible, more fun, more inviting. You're like, well, we decided to go out to California and intern at this church. That didn't really make sense on paper, but it's been life-changing. We're going to get on this plane and start traveling the world with each other. And this is certainly life-changing. And it just created a progression in our lives. And it's easy, I think, when we tell the story and all the fun of it for people to go like, well, you're pastors now and you had this unique thing. And for all the cool parts of it, we've also gone through a lot of sacrifice and suffering and pain and struggle through it all. But one decision, what does God have for me next? And when you say yes to go all in on that, it just starts to build a life, I think, is what we've gotten to experience.
Yeah.
But the secret ingredient, as we're talking about all this, that sticks out to me is having people to choose it with.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if I had this idea to go like, I think I want to go do more mission trips type stuff, I don't know if I ever would have done it by myself. But having another guy go, I'm in.
Yeah.
Another guy goes, I'm in.
Yeah.
That's why Jesus, when he showed up, he calls this pair of brothers. And it's like, I bet if one of you says yes, you're both going to say yes. So, and you're going to need each other in this process because it's going to be lonely at times. It's going to be scary at times. But if there's another guy in the boat next to you that's like, hey, we chose this, let's keep going. We're in this together. You're struggling right now, but I'm not, like, or vice versa. I'm in this just with you.
We've had so many of those over the years, by the way. Of
then,
like needing to lean on each other to keep going.
Which is why like the urge that we always have for people to get in a small group is not just so you can like learn more about the Bible together. That's awesome and important. But more so is like, you're going to find some people to live this mission with.
Yeah.
Because you might have an idea for a company and then a dude in your small group is like, actually, I've been thinking about doing something new, right? You may meet somebody in community and that ends up being your spouse who you go build the kingdom with. There's such a special thing to that. We were at a Round Rock Express game the other night and there was a guys group, Red Rocks guys group, all sitting with us. And it was cool hearing them talk about how they joined the group and their group leader talking about the group that they launched out of and started to multiply, and seeing a line of guys that are like, I'm like, there's something so special that you guys may not even fully realize right now, because there's going to be so many stories that unfold because you're unified on the main thing.
Right.
That we want to grow as followers of Jesus, be men of God who are going to go build his kingdom. And you have no idea when you get a couple guys in a room with that kind of heart, what's going to cook up. And one guy's going to go, what if we did this? And everyone's like, I'm in.
Amen.
And then you get to go experience the fullness of this. So that community element.
Yeah.
Makes a world of difference.
What does God have planned for us next?
Oh.
Could be a cool
Good concept.
A little sequel?
Cool sequel for you there, Dougie.
Interesting, man. That's cool. That's cool to think about.
It was fun thinking back through that time, writing the sermon.
Yeah.
About like, there is a framework already there for us. And we read the New Testament once and we were all like, oh, now we know what God has planned for us.
Yeah.
That's what we go do.
Oh, yeah.
But that is profound, because like even picking the countries, like we just sat in your room with a globe and like, have you guys been there? You've been there? And like certain people at different times would be like, I've always wanted to go there. And then all of us were like, great, let's go there. And then somebody else was like, I've always had like Fiji on my heart.
Yeah.
Like, great, let's go there. And it was that simple. And when you decide like we're in this together as a community, making decisions actually becomes a lot easier.
Yeah.
And it's cool. We've like carried that into the church now, where like there's so many times where Ethan will come to Doug and I and be like, hey, we've got this amount of money to give away. Here's something that's on my heart. I want you guys to look at, and we'll look into it. But it's just like, that's great, dude. If that's on your heart, that's going to make heaven more crowded. Let's go do it. It simplifies so many things when you understand what the actual finish line is, what the vision is, and then who the people who are riding with you are. Because you're like, great. Okay, I'm in. Let's do this.
And every step of the way, when you're like dreaming God-sized dreams, when you're wanting to take steps fully into selling out for Jesus, it's just like looking back how many different things that we didn't have any way of figuring out that just worked out. We moved to Laguna and then just happened to get to move into an apartment close to the beach, close to the church, that a family from the church had wanted to let some guys that are
the timing just happened to work out
right when we moved. So there's a place to live that we didn't even know would be in the plans. There's just provision all along the way. We I remember in Laguna when we were living there, we were also planning for the trip, and I would take our passports down to the post office with our applications for visas for countries we were going to go to the next year and mail them off and like, hope these come back. We'd send an email to partners that we got connected with. There was a day where our friend David Bidwell's dad came up, drove to Boulder to sit down with us because he heard about what we were trying to do, rolls out a map of Africa and goes country by country. Here's who I know here. Here's ministry going on here. Here's something you could do here. And we send out emails to ministries. Hey, here's what we're trying to do. Could you use some guys to just serve your ministry and help? Get those emails back. Starts to calendar out. They're like, could you come these months? Could you come these months? We make a shift on the calendar and it saves us thousands of dollars. Our travel agent's like, God's behind you guys. She said that to us because this doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. At one point she said, you do have a layover in Sydney, Australia. And we said, great. And she said, no, you have a layover. You can make it as long as you want.
Yep.
And we came back and we said, could we make it 17 days?
Yep.
And she just laughed. And then she was like,
and she's like,
yeah, actually we can. Yep. So we just got a free midway time. 17 days in Sydney. That was amazing.
Those details came back and like, well, we want to keep doing this kind of stuff. We're back in these States. What do we do? And 3 different church opportunities opened up to guys that didn't have the resumes. You know, it's just,
man.
It is taking that step of faith, and Jesus meets you right there, but it's taking that step. So I guess let's close with this.
Yeah.
Maybe from your story, what was the thing that intimidated you or almost kept you from taking that step to encourage somebody that like they've got that kingdom dream, they're thinking about starting that organization or taking that job or moving to there. What was the thing that almost may have held you back that you're glad you looked at and said, no, I'm gonna dive in anyway?
A fear that I'm hearing God incorrectly. Of like, yeah, I think I'm supposed to do that. Maybe. There's always that like still small voice. That's the wrong. Sorry. Sorry. What?
Non-still loud voice.
Yeah. This is the bad voice. There's always that like whisper in your ear, like the enemy will whisper in your
but
in
not
your ear.
the mama, like, not the still small voice, the gentle whisper of the Lord. Okay.
Of like, well, what if you're hearing wrong? And what if this isn't it? And along the way, you start to realize like, it's fine. Just keep taking steps, and God has a way of getting you where you need to get to, like you talked about this week. But that voice and those lies are very real.
Yeah.
I think always having a vision of the life that I wanted and experiencing all of that and missing none of that of I want to live a blessed life. Like I'd like a beach house one day. Yeah. I'd like a job that pays really well. I'd love to be able to take, me and my wife's kids on vacations and not think about it. And there was like and not even like a selfishness to it. Just like you get to kind of design the life you want if you're willing to go build it and go for it. So what is that? And I always want I want to live a generous life. I want to live a big life. I want to live a life that invites other people into it. And I think there were a few times where I would just get checked for a second of, am I sacrificing all that? Like you said, like Jesus said, foxes have dens, but the Son of Man doesn't even have a place to lay his head tonight. Yep. You don't know what you're stepping in. And there were nights where we could relate to that verse so much.
Sleeping in airports.
But I think I'm like, I know eternally this is the only thing. Yeah. But this life is still long. Am I sacrificing everything that I've been working for and wanting to experience in order to go live this way instead? And so funny. I don't have a beach house and I don't have a white picket fence, but like we're so blessed in so many ways. God has found so many ways to bless us. Yeah. And that quote, like if you heaven and earth, this life and the next one, if you aim for this one, you might get it, but you'll miss the next one. You'll miss heaven. So you won't even have the fullness of of whatever you find on earth. But if you aim for the next life, if you live in light of heaven and build God's kingdom, then I think you find you get earth thrown in along the way in some way, shape, or form, that God knows how to take care of you. Yeah. And it was always it felt a little risky. Like, am I going to trust God with the next 80 years? I mean, what other choice do I have if this is real, if this is true? Right. But I have found that he is so good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So that's missing out on the ultimate dream.
Yeah.
What you had planned.
What I had planned.
Yeah, you hadn't flipped the FOMO completely yet.
Yes.
No.
I would say the key word for my story from this would be, I started to realize the plans of God. I just didn't know if they truly were for me. It's like, I think God has that plan for some people, but I don't know if that's for me. And that comes associated with shame and a lot of those feelings. And when like guys walk out of a room with an opportunity to go change the world and say no, when I've got a church full of people that I'm talking to and I'm like, don't miss this. Like, I know there's people in the room that for some reason are saying no to going all in for Jesus. But I think from my story, like the biggest thing that can disqualify you is feeling yourself disqualified.
Right.
God has those plans. He told those guys, they changed the world, but I can't be that person because of the mess that I've made in my life, because I'm imperfect in whatever ways. But kind of reached the point, and through community in our group, it kind of, and this would be my encouragement to somebody that maybe feels like, I want to step into the plans of God. I kind of already know what they are actually, but I just don't know if it could be for me. Is I reached a point of reading the Bible and going, if this is truly what the gospel means, and these are the real people that Jesus used, then I'm not going to be so either shameful and prideful at the same time to believe that I can't be a part of this.
Right.
And I'm not going to disqualify myself. I'm just going to jump in and
Let's go.
Which is why we'd like to give you your copy, Ethan. What does God have planned for E next?
Thank you, Ryan.
This book is for you.
Hey, man, I want you to experience all of it and miss none of it.
Thanks, Doug.
Okay.
I hope that what God has planned for E next is a hole-in-one.
Oh, yeah.
Never had one.
Trust me, you do.
Dude, I love
It's the greatest
I'm
feeling.
so pumped for you, man.
It's insane.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Next week will be a bye week for the Afterthoughts podcast. We're traveling, so we will not be having an episode, but we'll be back for football season.
Praying for traveling mercies.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan.
Afterthoughts podcast signing off.